So a sometimes neglected area when we're looking at like an overall squat pattern. A lot of people really focus on the hips, but the ankles can actually be a significant limiter as well, especially in movements like the Olympic lifts, where we really want to try and keep our torso nice and upright to stabilize the bar overhead or in that front rack position. But what the ankle mobility allows us to do is when we're in our deep squat, if our ankles aren't particularly mobile, that limits how far forwards our knees can go and forces us to keep our hips back. It might mean that we have to lean over more with our torso here and sit more into the hips. But if we can get our knees forwards, we can keep our feet flat, bring our hips forwards, which allows our torso to stay more upright and is going to be a little bit more effective for stabilizing a bar in some of those positions. This is why we wear a weightlifting shoe, so that it creates a little bit of extra movement here. You see, if I just lift my heels up, what that does with my knees, and then what that does with my hips and my shoulders as a result. Okay, so one really simple way that we can work on our ankle mobility is with a weight. Could be a dumbbell, could be a kettlebell. Can't even do this with a barbell. Doesn't really matter what your implement of choice is. Probably just depends on what you've already got there available if you're just doing this as part of your normal warm-up. So if we get down into this lunge position and we just use the weight to kind of push our knee forwards over the toes and try and get to the point where your heel wants to lift off, but we're trying to keep it down. Okay? And then once we're there, we can just hang out. We can also even just perform some little contractions and relaxations. So pushing up to like a little calf raise, and then sink that heel back down. Push the knee forwards, sink the heel down. Nice little contract relax cycle. Really simple way to move that ankle around and improve that ability to get the knee forwards. Now we can even supercharge that if you're super keen. If you get a band and attach it to the rig behind you, pull up as much tension around the ankle with that band, get that foot forwards, I'm sure you can imagine, and then recreate that same thing, but now we've got this band tension trying to pull that ankle back. That can really isolate that force and that stretch around the ankle itself. So really nice mobility exercise for the ankle.